sustainability projects of your organizations? And how do you feel schools can contribute for the upcoming years on your missions?
So for last 26 years, we are one of the organizations that has been collecting urban surplus and turning it as a tool for development. Like I mentioned, dignity. So dignity is one of the core value. We have a model that we call cloth for work. For last 10 years, if I talk about, we have collected almost 63 million kgs of material across India. And that is not only just collected, I'm talking about the material that has been reached to rural areas. So we are using this material for the rural development and obviously while prioritizing environment. When we started 26 years ago, the problem was something else. It was understanding that cloth being one of the major social issue, it was never highlighted. However, today we see cloth being one of the leading cause of pollution, and India generates almost 63 tons of pollution every year. So that is a huge number. We are collecting this urban surplus material from the urban area, and it is coming to our different centers. We have these centers, we call it Goonj Center of Circularity. These centers are basically places where materials are turned into dignified kits. The material people give us is not something that is needed on the ground. It is basically the things that they want to discard. So another thing is we are one of the pioneers of disaster as well. So whenever there is a disaster, people will shower us with a lot of clothes. However, people don't understand that cloth is not basically the first thing that people or disaster affected people needs. So that is something that we are doing in the Goonj Center of Circularity. We are bridging the gap between what people need on ground and what people are giving in the urban area. So in urban area, our work majorly focuses on changing the lens and language around giving. A lot of activity happens not only with children but also with adults, is shifting their narratives from donation to being a contributor, how they are not a donor but how they are an equal stakeholder, how they can change from giving to mindful giving. If they are giving a shoe for someone or they are giving something that someone needs, that particular item should actually be useful for that person. So all our initiatives are based on this same model where one person gives the material, and when it is given in the rural area, it is not given as a charity. We do not believe in charity. We also call ourselves non-charitable organization, because when the material is going in the rural area, the people who will be getting it will not get it as a free item. They will be actually taking up ownership of their local issue. So when they solve these issues on water, sanitation, environment, menstrual health and hygiene, all these initiatives are actually sustainable because community is involved. Community takes the ownership of the activity, and once these activities are done, then they are rewarded with the kits that we make. These kits, so when we are giving them, it's not only filling the material poverty. There are tons of material which was supposed to end in the landfill are now actually channelized in a place where it is actually useful. Rural people are saving money. They are using that money for something more useful, like spending for the education of the child, or maybe buying medicine for the adults in the house, etc. And also the rural people feel a lot empowered because they are not getting it as charity. So once the people whom we actually see as beneficiary are not beneficiary because they are working very hard to get that material, now they are equal stakeholder or active participants. So that's how the model is also sustainable, because the community is involved. All our initiatives, like I mentioned, are on the same model. Because there are a lot of schools here, I will talk about our one initiative, that is school to school. The school to school initiative is built on the concept of sensitizing urban children on problems of rural children. We are also getting material from urban children, which like in urban area, in urban area, children have this concept of getting new things every time they go into a new class. They get new pencil box, new sharpener, new stationeries, etc. So we are inculcating that habit of making their school bags for their similar friends in the rural area. When they do that, they also feel connected to the causes. And these kids are going to the children in the rural area, not again for free, but as a in exchange of some activity, which again develops this sense of achievement in rural area and not charity. So a lot of children come to our Goonj Center of Circularity not only to contribute but also to contribute their time and effort. We say we have 3 ways of collaboration, that is 3M. So one is material, one is money, and one is me. So material is obviously they are contributing the material. A lot of children takes up a smaller fundraising activity, and me is the most important one, which is when they come to our center and contribute their time and effort. So this 3M aspect actually helps in building this mindful giving, social responsibility, and being a responsible citizen in Goonj.
Amazing. I think the great initiatives from Goonj side. And I'd like to share that 2 very important things that we were working very well with Goonj in other locations as well. And a lot of schools in Hyderabad wanted to contribute towards this aspect. We are very happy that in the upcoming year, we'll be going deep along with your organization with a lot of schools who are already working with GoSharpener and feel for this cause to create their scorecards around this specific aspect. Also in Bangalore, we are even trying to get students to do internships with Goonj in their summer vacations. So if you have done something good around this and you have a good scorecard of sustainability, you can get internships with these organizations during the summer vacation.